Renuka. Welcome back to my channel, and I have this Spellbinders die of the mushroom. It's month die of September 2023, and I have it's for a long time. Nowadays I don't get it time, so I just cancel all my subscription and decided to do like what. So yeah, so you will get these kind of leaves die. Then you can cut out these shapes. You can cut out these shapes with the small stitching holes or without holes. So I already assembled some of them. Like here I did the stitching, here I did the half stitching, here I didn't do anything. So I want to show you how I stitch, and then we will jump into the card. We will not stitch each and everything. We will just stitch whatever, like whichever we needed. So I already started doing it. So what I will do, I will start with this last hole from the back side, and then I can put any sellotape here. You can reuse your stuff also. You don't have to use the new tape or something like that. So here I make a knot. You don't have to make a knot. I'm gonna cut that knot as well as this extra sellotape, so that this card will the portion will lay down flat and nice. And then I'm using a normal embroidery thread here. I tried golden thread also, but it didn't go that well because these strings are not that good. But see which thread you have, how it works. And if you don't want to do this, you can just skip this part and you can just, directly put together all the cards. So if you saw this, I will talk along while doing this. So if you saw this, this is a very simple card. They put it with the background of this mushroom. I have this mushroom embossing folder also. So what I'm trying to say here is, when you come from this, rather than going here, try to go this, so that you can avoid the bulk. And you have to say every time whenever you are stitching that, are you stitching like bulky or more, and same times you don't have to pull that thread, otherwise you're gonna lose those small holes around it. But it's a very easy, not much. I want to shift my kit with the stitch dies, but then I thought I have so many dies, I have so many stuff going on which I didn't use yet, which I want to use. Of course I want to use, I want to use. So then I decided that I will just stop paying more and more for these kits, and I'm going for a vacation. It's the Valentine, so I'm gonna busy, so that's why I cancel all the subscriptions. But still, you can have it. So now it's assembly time. So assembly is pretty simple. They have this big die, and I just put that yellow, and then I use this die. So I cut out the yellow part from this die, and then I cut out this green part from this die, and just do the simple stitching here. Then we will use a nice glue, and then I will put this here, as well as they have this flower kind of shape which you can use as a flowers also. Like, if you can see this, I'll show you on the paper. If you put like these are the small flowers. You can use either way. I'm gonna put something steady and hard. So this is the way we can put all these together. Now this, I don't want to stitch on this die, the small die. This is like this one, you can stitch it, but I don't want to stitch it. I'm gonna just put this shape there. So now you have to match that shape with the small notches they are already giving, and then either you can add that small thing or either you can skip it. Both the way will do. Some of the dies I didn't do anything, I just put them the plain mushroom, but you can add this topper on it if you want, and we will assemble. So this assemble is very simple. You just have to put the glue. I'm gonna just put a little bit of glue here. You can do it both the way, up and down, and then okay, we will put, for this we have this, so we're gonna put this small portion. Now you can color them, you can add more fun factors to them. It's totally up to you how you want to do. And then I'm just putting that small stem of the mushrooms, and then I just put this here. Now if you don't want to hold it, you can clip it also. Like, you can use any thong or you can use something like that to put. So this embossing folder is kind of giving the mushrooms, and you can see this is a nice 3D embossing folder which give a really nice background for your card. So I can easily create a 5x7 card out of it. I'm gonna just put those aside little bit, And now just the time of assembling the card. So you can see whenever this is kind of 3D embossing folder is there, it's take lots and lots of size. It is like lots and lots of I have to put my glider gun. So you need lots of both kind of glue for this, because this paper is a little bit wobbly, and if I put them in the books or something like that, so it will not. Now I have to see that which side is up. So I want this side is up, so I will just put a lots of glue mostly on the corners, and then I will trim off the excess. Now if you just exactly cut out the 5x7 card on it, and then you put all your things, try to put one side at least. I can't do this side because both the sides are wobbly, but if you can match two sides, that is another awesome thing you can do. So I just line up this one side, and now I will cut everything else. So yeah, what I'm talking is, if you put the books on it, you will lose the dimensions little bit. If you don't mind that, you can put some heavy, or you can put a pile of a cardstock on it, and that will give you a really a nice, little bit flatter, more flatter thing. And what I did when I dry emboss them, I put a little bit spritz of water, so that they have that kind of really 3D embossed look. And then you can, it's ready to use now. So I use this folder. I want to show you more options. Here we are using just a simple plain brick color cardstock, but in before videos I use a watercolor cardstock, and here we get a different color with the distress oxidings. And you can see these two cards. You can put your mushrooms on these also if you want to create that kind of stuff. That will also look good. And I have more mushrooms from the another set with the Hero Arts. These are from the Spellbinders, but I have another set with the Hero Arts that also we can use. So here now I don't want to use the same brick color one. I will go ahead and use this yellows here, yellows and blues, something like that. Now it's time to assemble. So I already cut out some of these leaves here, and let's see. So we need to assemble those. So before that, I'm just assembling this. You can go ahead and assemble the way you like, or you can take a picture and then you can put them together, that if they are looking nice or not. And sometimes I feel it's so overwhelming with that background, so you can put this kind of circles also to get a more neutral look on that. I'm just giving you different ideas before starting and assembling the card. Another thing you can do is like this. So this is the leftover piece from my die cutout, and then you can add something like that in the background also, so that this background and this will not collapse together. They're gonna separate. Like here I put this card here, so they are not clashing each other, although this is too much going on here. So it's totally depend how you want to do, or you can just go ahead with a very subtle embossing. You don't have to put the water on that, and you will get little bit subtle these kind of like you can see and not see kind of stuff going on here. You can do that also. So then I decided that this background is too much and it embossed it so nicely, so very well. So I will just add less things on it rather than adding more things, and we gonna assemble something like this with all these 3 mushrooms. And let's see which. So I have this thank you die. I have this die with me many years. At that time, Spellbinders known as Maker's Market, and this is a partial die cutting where you can have you can do the partial die cutting also. So here I can put this, and that will complete the card. If you want, you can add a little bit of yellow pop dots here and there. And should I add this? Let me see. I think it will be too much, or I can add just that on the background since it's coming through, but I think that will be too much. So we will stick to this, and we'll just put this aside, and we will move to our second card. So this is the another panel which I already embossed, and I can put that panel here and to create the same kind of card in the small way. Another idea is I just embossed it and just take a darker color ink and just ink smoosh it and that will give me the raise area will get the color. Now we already ink smoosh it, but this time, okay, we'll do for this one. So this time we will go, so here this embossing is not that good, so I don't think so that's gonna catch the ink. But this is another ink, it's a rose gold ink with a hero art, and then I'm just, you know, putting. Now you can see that whatever the raise areas are, that's gonna catch that ink. And you can do this with a white on white embossed areas also. And then there are some other examples I want to show you, just kind of the de-embossed area. So this side is embossed area and this is de-embossed, like this one. Okay, so as we use the back side of the, or the negative of the things, we will use this also. So if I put, now what I did is, this is just a leftover watercolor, I just put that, and now I'm just adding. So you will get a different effects each time, cause how much pressure you apply, how much your card is raised, that will give that kind of effect. And look, it's so beautiful. And if you think that this is on this you got too much, you can just, you know, take a towel and just do it. But this is very natural one, so I like that kind of plop here. Maybe I'll add more on this side if I can, although these techniques are like not very predictable. You can have different things going on different time. And then just for highlighting that, you can put something like this, and we can put our mushrooms here, something like that. Maybe I will add here one red, or what do you say, the thing, and we can add more yellow on the back here, something like that. And for these kind of stuff, if you want to add, mix and match the things, so there are another small mushrooms from other things, or you can see what you have in your stash. Like I have this one, I can add this or this on it. So you have to see what you have, and then you can assemble the things accordingly. I will show you. I have these another mushroom dies, which is kind of, you can see this is kind of the mushroom die, and I choose the same combination whatever I do for this one. But this is kind of a fall theme, and it's going to look very good all together. And here, if I have a chance, I can just put dark brown or the black color bold things will look nice on it, or this kind of stuff. But I think if it should be in black, then it will look good. So then it's just a part of like sticking these stuff all together. Now this is the another card. Now let's move to the next one, where we can use this kind of, excuse me, let me see what I have. Okay, so another thing I want to show you today is, I use the same embossing folder and I use the embossing on this. So what I do, I just grab the watercolors and then I put all those watercolors here, just make a circle. They are not perfect, you can see. And then here I can assemble them on the card, but a little bit different way, like something like this. And maybe I can add white also, or I can add yellow, because in my background there are some yellows also, so I can do that. And then I can add little one more chinky pinky small, I can add this small mushroom here, which is I didn't put it glue or something like this, but I can match this. And then I can put this here. And for grounding all this, maybe I'll use some kind of this, or we can use this, something like that. So it is kind of a big card, so we can put this card on the 5x7 card base. Let me grab. Okay, so we can put all this stuff on the 5x7 card base, and you can see it looks so unique and beautiful. So we have the same die, but we are using it very differently each time. And sometimes you don't have to add the sentiments, you can just put it just like that, and whenever you need it, you can add the sentiments afterwards also. So that will also work. And you can add other small things from other stuff you have. You can mix and match the products, and that will give you a really nice and different and unique look, if you ask me. So I can put this also there. Rather than putting thanks, you can put just hugs. You can take another level. You can add a thanks, or you can, what you do, I want to show you. If you have like big ties, you can cut out these big letters like that, and you can put those also. So it's totally depend how big your canvas is and how much you want to play. And now it's talking is finished. It's just time to assemble all the things nicely together. So I will speed up the process, and in between maybe I'll add some elements or I will remove some elements from them. Let's see how it works for us. And yes, so I'll speed up the process.